like that. What did she say? What did she say? Oh no, she did. No, she did. Hush now, I'm trying to eavesdrop. 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 Welcome, everyone. We're back. I know it's been a minute. I hope y'all missed us because we missed y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, so we had to take a little restructuring break, but we're back. I know you're used to seeing six of us, but now it's going to be just four of us. And we did a little bit of changes, and I hope that you love them, but you'll see them as we go along, okay? So, my name is Tish. I am your host, along with my co host friends.
Cynthia.
Joanne. I am Tracy.
Yeah, so welcome back, ladies. So, we're going to check in with the ladies right now to see how their week plus was. How was everybody week, ladies?
Oh my goodness, so much has gone on since we've been missing. I learned I'm going to have a grandson.
Oh, yeah!
You know, the young folks, they do reveal parties. And
Yes.
everybody, so many people were saying it's going to be a girl because he makes nothing but girls. I'm like, only God knows. I said, it's going to be a boy. It's going to be teen boy. It's teen boy. So I knew because, so the father, James, he said, you want to make a bet? I said, yes, come on, let's bet. I bet it's a boy. When he said, nah, that's all right. I was like, see, because you already know. Yes. I know my child and I know what she's going to have. So it's a boy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes. Oh my God. That's going to be so much fun.
I'm excited. I do a different kind of shopping now. So, you know, it's been girl. Now it's like, what do I get up?
Oh my God, a grandbaby boy.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Already have things all lined up in my Amazon cart already.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow. I'm sure.
October 13th.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, it still should be kind of warm outside, maybe.
Yeah, middle of October. Yeah.
Oh.
I love babies.
Let's try to fight these sinuses, this
Oh,
pollen.
that's right. You know,
Sinuses have been tough. The pollen is not joking.
yes, my car has been covered in that green stuff. Oh my God. It's crazy.
Every time Trey opens the patio door, he's sneezing. I'm like, oh Lord, just close it back.
It was a lot, but I did take the opportunity to go hiking today.
Okay.
And we went out early in the morning, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was everything that I needed. It was relaxing. It was peaceful. It was everything.
Good.
All right.
I did my weekend perfectly.
Yeah.
So, and you all know I have been doing marriage counseling. Y'all know I won't marry a couple unless they go through marriage counseling, whether they take it with someone else or take it with me. And so we are actually coming up on the end of their sessions, and they will be united as one. So I will be traveling actually to Cabo to unite
Oh
them.
my gosh.
And so this has been such a beautiful journey with this couple. And gosh, it's just been so revealing just to really see their communication and love for one another. And it's not at a real young age, but at the age that they are, with a lot of stuff that's transpiring. They have a whole lot of reveals at this wedding. So I am excited about it, and it has been a journey and a pleasure with them. And so I'm really trying to like stay in my boundaries so that I will be well for the trip. My sinuses are horrible.
So when's the big day?
on the 15th. Tracy's going
Of
with me.
May.
We are both
I'm
going to
going to.
Taronne together.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
my
be there
gosh,
also.
it's
I'm so
so
excited.
beautiful. Oh my
We're
goodness.
leaving what's the next the week after next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. You
That's
excited, Tracy?
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah, no, I'm ready to
Oh
go.
my.
No, I'm ready to go anywhere, just outside.
right. Oh, that's gonna
So
be
one trip,
fun.
and so y'all know the next one, y'all gotta go. It's like
All
everybody
right.
wants to travel. Like every time I go somewhere, somebody wants to travel. I was like, y'all missed out on this one. My home girl's rolling with me.
Oh,
yes.
This is next time, y'all.
kind
Tracy gonna
of.
be like, they gotta take back seat.
Mm,
What's
mm,
up
mm.
next?
Hmm.
Is that one of those places where, like Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Is
ooh,
that?
wait. Cause I'm going and I'm gonna keep everything there in Vegas. Leave it all on the table. We're gonna leave it all
Y'all,
on the table.
y'all get to see the wedding.
Ooh, okay. Mm. Ah. Did she
That
pound you?
I know
Did you
that's right.
pound her?
did he?
All right, Tish, we going to Vegas and we gonna keep it there. Here,
We
here,
going with y'all
there,
too.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
We going with y'all too.
No, y'all get this part here. We
Going with
can't go
y'all
to
too.
Cabo. No, I'm
Oh
gonna
my
pout.
goodness. Well, y'all just make sure y'all take a lot of pictures. How about that?
Not a
Yes.
problem. Not a problem.
Actually, we'll be doing a podcast from there.
Okay.
So we'll be
Yes.
we're not going to be
Yes.
All right.
we're
Oh,
not
that's
going
gonna
to
be nice because y'all gonna be together doing it. Oh, that's
Yes.
gonna be
actually
That's
fun.
gonna be cool.
so we'll get
Yes.
to see you all, but we'll be from the sands.
Oh my
Oh my goodness.
um,
Quite sure we'll be
let
quite
me
tame
throw
about
something.
Yes.
Throw something at y'all. Here's a pair of scissors.
No, don't be like
Mhm.
that.
yeah, don't be a
No,
hater.
I ain't gonna be a hater. I'ma just hate the game, not the players.
I'm actually gonna
Got
put
you.
on clothes just for you.
oh, okay. This is not mahogany after dark.
I
Oh my
know.
goodness.
And your name is not Stella.
Because
Stella's
it's
aunt.
hot. We ain't got to wear a lot. But just for you, so you won't feel left out.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Black
Hey,
Mahogany.
sunglasses.
do they have any new beaches there?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, we did have that on our After Dark episode.
Might be a little interesting.
Yeah, you might
Mm.
have to
We'll
check and
see.
see.
We'll find out.
Somebody
Right.
might have to say yes to that question next time
Might be my
or
first
sip
one.
into that question. Oh, Lord. We're going to wait for our After Dark episode for that. All right.
right.
So maybe we'll touch upon your Cabo trip and Mahogany After Dark.
All right.
Look, only
Don't you
they
seal it.
look, Cynthia, only they gonna know. Like they're
Right.
the only ones gonna know.
Right. Nobody else. Ain't nobody gonna know. We're gonna keep it our little secret, okay?
Okay.
But ladies, I'm glad y'all enjoyed your time away from the podcast, and I'm looking forward to y'all trip to hear all about it.
Yes.
So we're gonna move on over to, and it's still my favorite part of the episode, but it's called something else. So we're bringing to you new and improved Mahogany inspirational moments. And
Yes.
our co-host Tracy is going to take the lead on this one. So what we're going to do, we're going to be bringing you a nice inspirational some inspirational words every week just to get you through the rest of your week. So Tracy going to take it away right now. Go ahead, Trace.
So, how do you make other people feel? So,
Mm.
I was thinking
Mm.
about how do we make people feel? Do we make them feel good intentionally? Do we intentionally make people feel bad? No matter how you make somebody feel about you, they always remember. So, I found an excerpt from Miss Maya Angelou. She said, I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned even when I have pain, I don't have to be one. I've
Mm,
learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love
mm,
a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that I will have a lot to learn. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never ever forget how you made them feel.
Yes.
mm.
Please,
Yes.
please be mindful of how you make other people feel.
Absolutely.
Yes. I
Awesome.
love that. I love that. You
Yes.
know, and I think about a lot of my students who are to them is cooped up in the house. And just to watch them when I took them outside with me when we released our butterfly. Oh, I didn't tell y'all that. We had been watching our caterpillars emerge into butterflies. So we had a day where, and this is all virtual, where I took them outside, took my laptop outside, and they watched me release our, because there was 5 butterflies all together. Um, one butterfly, we had a butterfly stick, stayed on that stick so long that I could actually put the butterfly up close to the camera, and they were just in awe. And it just made me feel good to give them that experience. And it made, and they just keep saying, can you buy some more caterpillars? I said, I'll try, because we did 2 sets. But just knowing that, thinking about what you said, Tracy, that this will be something that they will be able to take with them for a
Hmm.
lifetime. It's
Hmm.
not just about talking about the things that they can do, but just giving them that experience and seeing it, seeing life,
Hmm.
flourish from one stage to another. And just looking at their faces just made me feel really, really good.
Hmm.
So good that I told them that I'm going to buy a hammock and they're going to go outside with me while I rock in the hammock and teach math. So
Okay.
guess what? Guess what? The hammock came yesterday. I'm
I,
excited.
I
It's how
really,
you're making them feel
yes.
about school. It's how you make them feel.
I
Mhm.
think I
Yeah.
think Cynthia gonna be getting a lot of feels out of that one.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I can't wait. I didn't put it together yet. Today would have been a great day, but I can't wait to tell them that it came. And I think I'm going to let them help me put it together. I mean,
Hmm.
well, virtually. They'll help me go outside and put it together virtually. So,
Okay, cool.
so
But yeah, that is
That's a powerful inspiration.
yeah,
yes.
Just to know that it's not really about the words, but the words have to have the action behind it,
Mm,
to have the impact. Yeah,
yeah.
I enjoy that.
that's
absolutely,
that's where that saying actions speak louder than words really takes effect.
And
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
I
mhm.
hope that inspired you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it
So
does.
that's our mahogany inspirational moments for this episode. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Yes, thank you,
Definitely gonna
Tracy.
take that with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're gonna move on over to let the voices speak for themselves.
Mm.
Selves. So guess what, y'all?
What?
I'm gonna be the host today.
Get a round of applause.
Hey,
So
Tish. Go,
the
Tish.
topic of today is uh the topic is, so I'm trying to figure out how to, let's see. So basically, everyone have preferences when it comes to dating. So
Mhm.
basically, we're going to talk about our preferences, whether we should have preferences,
Mhm.
and is there preferences that someone shouldn't have based on the things that they have in their life. And I'll
Mhm.
I'll 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 tell you what I
Ooh.
mean about that a little later.
Mhm.
But yeah, so y'all already know I'm a big person on deal breakers, but
Uh-oh.
so I am definitely, I do have preferences. Now I'm a lover of my people. So we talked about this sometime before. I do prefer a black man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my preference. It's not that I'm against any other races. This is just my preference. I want somebody that can understand our struggles, and want to be able to feel comfortable talking to someone that looks like me about things that I'm going through
Mm-hmm.
pertaining to who we are. Also, and just getting down to the nitty-gritty of it, I don't want anybody with little kids. That's a problem.
Get down.
Especially
That's
No
right.
Chuck E. Cheese for you.
oh no, Chuck E. Cheese, not at this stage of the game. I'm
Uh,
not. I don't want.
uh-uh.
I don't mind if you have kids, but they got to be grown, all of them,
Oh,
Every last one
all
of them.
of them, or I'll say at least in college. But anything under that, it's not for me, and it's not to say that the person is a bad person or anything. It's just not for me.
Mhm.
Let me see. What else can I think about that preference? Oh. Well, you gotta have a job. You gotta
well,
have a job. you
Yeah.
know, I mean, those things to me are just basic requirements.
Mhm.
mhm.
um, but yeah, I want somebody that, as far as preferences, you gotta be family oriented.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You can't be like, I don't deal with my family. Not well,
Oh wow.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I've actually experienced dating someone who did not have a good relationship with their family. And of course, I'm young, I'm in my 20s, and actually started to notice how he was reacting when he saw me and my family together. And really, it all boiled down to he was envious of what I
Mhm.
had with
Mm.
my family, and he
Wow.
was treating me a certain way because of that. And
Yeah.
I had to, I got out of that. I had to get out of that because that's just not gonna happen. Because I'm not gonna give up my
Right.
family for nobody. I'm just not doing it.
Mm-mm.
Goes against everything that you were
Yeah, but it's like
taught.
something that I never even thought would happen. Like that
Mhm.
just never even crossed my mind that somebody would be envious of me having a good relationship with my family,
Right.
you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are like the things that I could just think off the top of my head, as
Mhm.
far
Yeah.
as preferences. So what y'all got?
Well, I know. Well, I'm gonna go back to before I was married because I'm still married. So we
Okay.
date, but in a different kind of way. But those things, like you said, deal breakers, and I think that I had gotten to a certain point. So when I first started dating Stanley, I was like, I ain't want anybody with kids, and he's like, well, how you do that? Because you have kids. I said, but that's what I want.
Right.
I was at that point where it was like, no, no more. I didn't want a boyfriend,
Hmm.
so I wanted to date my mate. And it
Right.
was a good thing that we were pretty much on the same page and we were looking for the same things. So it was, pretty cut and dry. And I think that when I saw how he treated his mother right there, um, that
Mhm.
was it for me.
Hmm.
You can tell a lot from a man by the way they
Absolutely.
treat their mothers.
Mhm.
And it was like, and then some people are threatened by seeing the closeness that a man has with his mom, and she's going to be overpowering, and it wasn't like that. It
Hmm.
was the way he treated his mother is the way he treated me. Respect, um patient, because it takes a little bit of patience to deal with me, but just gentle, and y'all know
Hmm.
Stanley is a giant. So, it's just thinking about how big he is, it's like the heart was bigger
Mm.
than the stature. So just those were my preferences, and he understood. He fell in line with what I preferred.
Mhm.
And that's what kept us going on as long as we have all of this time. But he treats his mother like gold. He treats me like gold. you know.
Mhm.
So he a lot of things that he did reminded me of my relationship with my father and how my father sounds and how my father makes certain decisions and things like that. So yeah, I had preferences. I wanted somebody that was similar to my father. So, and my father is a protector of his family. I was looking for a protector. So those were my preferences, and I got exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted. So I think because I just put it all out there in the beginning, and that was the first time with dating anybody that I just put everything that I wanted, everything that I preferred, and he just understood. So, sometimes it takes a little juggling. Okay, got it. No, you got a checklist in your head. You don't always say it. I put that checklist out there. So I put out there what I wanted, and God said, "Here, girl, you deserve it."
Right.
What a blessing.
Yeah, it was, and it's still a blessing. So every day I thank Him. So,
Well,
Mhm.
that's good.
hmm
So it's funny you said that about that you didn't want anyone with children, because that's what I was actually talking about, because I
hmm
was talking to one of my other girlfriends and I said that sometimes, people try to make women that have children feel bad when they
Mhm.
say they don't want to date someone that have children.
Mhm.
hmm
And it's just a preference.
Yeah.
It
hmm
shouldn't be because I have children I gotta only date somebody that have children. you know
Absolutely.
because there are some men out there that haven't had children yet, or they don't
Mhm.
want children of their own,
Right.
but
But
they
prefer somebody with them.
right, exactly. So it's like, but people, they do try to make women feel bad when they say, I don't want to deal with, I don't want someone that have children. Because like you said, Stanley said, well, how you going to say that and you got children? Well,
Mhm.
why can't I
hmm
say that? That's a preference
hmm
of mine.
Right. Right.
I felt like
So
I was grown enough to say that. So
That's good. It take
I'm
a
grown.
long
I can
time for
say it.
some people to put their preferences
hmm
out there, what they
that's
believe their
true.
preferences are. I mean, because women wouldn't speak up for a long time. They just took their
Right.
turn.
That was
Absolutely.
me. That was me for a very long time. And I
Mhm.
got what I got because I didn't speak up. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
it was time. That was enough. Put the foot down. So,
Yeah. So Tracy, what about you and preferences?
Lord, Lord, Lord. My preference, a decent human being.
mm,
I loves my black men. I loves my black men. So I would prefer a black man, um, somebody kind
mm,
with good
Hmm.
conversation. Don't expect me to
Oh,
lead
yes.
everything
mm,
all the time. I want him to be a good leader, with
Yes.
the ability to listen and allow me to, not just allow, but encourage me to be everything that I need to be. Just, not just a hard worker, but somebody who has learned to have balance in their life.
mm-hmm.
They have to have balance, like you said, family oriented, but again with balance, because I
Right.
don't want to overpower his family with everything that I am, and I don't want them
Right.
to come in and shun me away for trying to take his attention. So, like I said, just
Exactly.
balance, clean teeth, um, good hygiene.
Hey, well, hey, like I
uh,
said, to me, that's like basic requirements
It
right there.
should be, but I'm saying I have
Oh my
seen where,
goodness.
it's not been a priority in some people's lives, and
Mm,
I'm
It's
like,
not.
it should be basic, but it's
mm.
not. Um,
Ew.
So I just
take
want to be
take
clear. You said clean teeth, right?
clean teeth.
Hygiene in
Please
general.
edit hygiene in general.
Yes.
But I shouldn't have to
mm,
say it, but apparently you do
That's
have
really?
to
true. That's
say some
true.
things, and
That's
that
true.
is a preference of mine. Just be a decent. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep it clean. Just be a decent human being.
I mean, look,
Go
we
where
all,
you gotta
There
go.
are some other
look,
things.
we all grown. We all grown.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
you the nurse, so you gotta take it to the anatomy. Then we gotta take it to the anatomy.
They know what I mean. Don't
No, they
play.
don't. No, they don't. No,
Look,
they
don't
don't.
play.
Go ahead and
Don't
say it.
play.
Go ahead and say
Be a
it.
decent human being. Be a
Right.
decent human
Yes.
being
Mhm.
with multiple streams of income. I just,
Nothing wrong with that.
you
Nothing
can work
wrong
and
with
be
that.
retired, but still have enough income. But just
Absolutely.
ability to
Absolutely.
bring balance. That's my preference.
Yes.
Somebody
There
that
you
has the
go.
ability to bring balance. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna
All
stop
right.
there.
Oh, okay.
I know Joanne about to get into it. Come on, Joanne, give it to her.
Oh, here you go.
I'm not.
Come
I
on, give it
You
to
promise
her.
you
better
I'm not.
bring it. Go ahead
I
and bring it.
promise you I'm not, because everybody is entitled to their own preference and what it is that they
Absolutely.
look for in an individual, a mate, a significant other, a friend, a homie, or whatever you want to call it,
Ever.
them or whomever. However, myself,
Yeah.
um,
That's
like
what
Tracy said, and I'm quite sure that all of you have said, um, I look for a decent man. I don't want to
Mhm.
raise another woman's child
Hey, how
at
mm,
about
all.
that? How about
And I
that?
look for
Boom.
balance. I
That's
look
right.
Mhm.
for complete balance. I look for someone that compliments me and I compliment them on
Mhm.
every level, intelligent, economically, mentally, socially, and physically. I don't want to take nothing from them, and I don't want them to take anything from me. I want us to be able to build together and to speak to one another, to communicate. I don't want to be talked at. I want to be talked to. I want to be held. I want to be caressed. I want to be told sweet things, and then I want to be corrected. I need that complete
Mm-hmm.
balance. But
Oh
one of the
yeah.
most important things I believe in my preference,
So,
What's that?
exclamation point.
totally in the preference, allow me to be me, and I
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
guarantee you I am going to allow you to be me. Be you. If you allow me to be me, you'll learn me. And if I allow you to be you, I'll learn you. And I
Mhm.
think that's so very pertinent for us to even know one another, period. Because I'm easy to meet. I
All
know
right.
me. I'm easy
Mhm.
to meet. I'm hard as hell to get to know.
Mhm.
For you to get
Mhm.
to know me, I have to let you in.
Mhm.
So you have to at least catch my attention. And in catching my attentions, you have to fall in the category of having the preference that really entertain and arouse my mental, my economic, my physical, my social, and my intellect all together. If you bring nothing to the table, I am not going to be interested.
All
Do
right
not
now.
tell me what you can do for me. I was raised very well. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that you got to have everything in the world on this pedestal, because you can be catching a bus on your way to buying a car,
Yes.
Got that, buddy?
but it's called the
Okay.
plan. You got to be
Okay.
bringing something to the table. You got to bring something to the conversation. You got to have that outlook. You got to have that potential. I say it all the time. I don't get mad. I don't get frustrated. I
Get
lose interest because
disappointed.
disappointed because I lose the interest that you fail to fulfill the potential. That's my preference, to know that you have potential to become, because that's how I live my life, to become something more than what I am today. And so I prefer a man to have that same aspect. I want to become with you. Notice I
Okay.
said man,
Right.
become with you.
So let me ask y'all this. So all the preferences they are nice to have and everything. But what is that thing that is going to allow a man entry to even get into have a conversation with you? Because at that point, you don't know whether they have any of the preferences that we all just named. So, what is it that from sight that is going to give you or allow you to give that person a chance to even get a conversation to see if they are or have some of those preferences that we just discussed.
I don't even think it's all about sight. I believe it's in their approach.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's in their approach.
I'm very
And
visual.
how they
I'm very
approach,
visual.
how they approach. I mean, you can see your surroundings and see who is there, but who has enough in them to make the approach to feel as though I have something to say to that person, to say
Okay.
something to you, or
So
say something to you.
they approach you. What's up, mama? What's going on? Is that the approach? I mean, I'm just saying. You
let me
say
tell y'all.
approach. What it got? What does it look like?
Y'all want to
I
hear?
know I look
Y'all want to
around and
hear?
see if I see their mama.
Y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear Stanley's approach?
Wait a minute, let me finish, Joanne.
All right, go ahead,
So
Joanne.
what does that approach look like?
I'm gonna look around and see if I see their mama.
Okay, so I'm asking you, like, what does that approach
What's the
look
right
like
for me, the approach is to address me as who I am. Hello, how are you today, young lady? Excuse me, miss, or something to that nature, but not hey boo, hey sugar mama, cupcake. None of that. That's not my name.
Exactly.
Hey, not even my name at all.
Exactly. Hey is for horses.
Excuse
hey
me.
is for horses.
Excuse me. It's really about the approach and how they want to proceed in their dialogue. When they come straight off the hip with some straight street lingo, I can either meet you there and break you down. Depends on who I am.
So what would be an approach for you that would be the aha kind of make you turn and talk?
Wow.
What's that approach, what's that approach, Joanne? What does that look like for you?
Wow.
Oh, is it? I mean, I don't want to let the secret out. So
no, it's no secret. It's no secret. It really is. All you have to do is literally speak to me in a respectful way.
Right.
That's all you have to do. If you greet me respectfully, like you were raised as a decent human being, I'll respect you enough to speak back. It's all about how you start the conversation. If you can start it respectfully to engage me, you may have your way in just to engage me in a conversation.
Okay.
Is that about the same for you, Tracy?
Oh no, you gotta make me laugh.
Oh, okay.
You gotta make me laugh. If you can make me laugh, that will, like she said, that will at least get me engaged in a conversation just to see where you're going. Confidence for me, it's not everything, but I enjoy confidence because I am not an investigator, but I get intrigued by just figuring out information. I'll have a whole scenario in my head before you get over there anyway. But at the same time, I've learned that, and I think we had this conversation before about some men are shy and they're hesitant to speak. So I've learned to go and speak if I'm intrigued. I'll go up and say, hey, hey, how are you? Or I'll start off with a joke or just stay there. Sometimes just the whole feminine energy can just bring on a good conversation. I mean, it's no one approach for me. I can't say that, but I enjoy a good laugh, and that will get me interested in the conversation.
That's funny because
Go ahead,
no, I was just gonna say that's funny because I've never approached anyone. Like I've never, ever, and don't plan on it. No, I'm just saying I've never.
Yeah, I was say yeah,
never.
Right.
When I think about like when I was younger and used to go out or whatever, what I would do if I saw somebody that I was interested in, I would dance, but not with them. I would dance and I would just like keep looking at them. So
that's that same feminine energy that I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I never like went.
Come here.
Right. Yeah. I never use words. I'll say that. I never use words.
But that was your catch. That was your
body language.
But now in this day where I'm not hanging in a club or whatever, like I don't even know. Like I guess because I'm always smiling. Like my smile is like, I guess the
Mag.
go-getter, you know.
Mhm.
But I've never done that. Like I just
I
think
mean,
I
you
will
don't have to
fall
have like
apart.
a no, just hello. Just
I can't.
hello.
Oh my
Most
God,
people,
I'm so.
they're usually
Scared?
like, oh my gosh, she said
It's
hi.
not that I'm
Yeah, hey, how are
scared. It's
you?
like I don't know. I don't know if whether it's like the whole thing of a man coming to you. I don't know. I just
That's
never done
nice,
it.
but it doesn't happen as often as it used
I
to.
know,
Like you
but
said, it's nice.
It is, and I mean, I've been back dating since my divorce, and there are some men who will approach you, but there are a lot of men who will not, and you will find yourself just sitting there waiting for somebody to say hi when you can simply just be like, "Hi, how are you?"
And
I
I
mean,
think a
because I
lot of
do it
men
at work
don't.
too, a
Look at
lot
Tish.
happened this week, but I'm just like, "Hi,"
I
and
don't
they're
know. I
usually
might try it one
surprised.
day, but I don't know.
It's just
I
a
think a lot of
hello.
men don't
It's not a
approach
marriage
because
proposal. It's just
yeah,
hello.
It's
yeah,
not.
a lot of them because of the way some women come off.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm
So
not saying
a
go
lot of
very aggressive. I would never be
some of
be
them
aggressive,
Oh,
but
do.
right,
just a
aggressive.
right, right.
simple
Yeah,
hello can start a good conversation or not. And that's
I've
It
done
fine.
it before
can.
too.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I
I don't
used to
know.
be that way too when I was younger. I used to like my
Me.
eyes can be so alluring. I just would
Yes,
stare and keep staring, and I'd be like,
exactly.
eventually they're
Like
gonna
that, like the
stop.
high school stare.
Huh?
Like the high school
It's just
stare.
The
like those
No,
house.
eyes, just they
girl,
You
this
hold
know,
is a
you.
grown woman stare. Ain't no
you
high
look.
school stare.
These eyes talk.
Wow.
Or just
Because I remember when we were in high school, this one particular
Mm.
guy had wrote a note and gave it to another guy to give to me. And I was like, no, he need to come himself. No. So I was
That was
like,
bold enough right there.
yeah.
but I'm
That
saying
was
I didn't go to him, but I'm just saying if he gonna give it to
you
somebody else,
invited him,
no.
but thinking about it, you invited him to you by
Because
telling
I
him to bring
did
it
kind of,
himself.
I saw him looking for some days, but I'm just saying, don't you come, don't send nobody else. But I would have
The
never went over to him.
messenger. Oh
Your
Lord.
preference is for them to walk up to you and not you walk up to them.
And it's
Yes,
okay. It's
exactly.
okay. But I was so shy in school. Like I said, for a very long time, I was scared of my
Oh
shadow,
yeah.
your shadow.
Mhm.
So a lot of things that I've learned to do was coming out of my fears, just really facing a lot of my fears. So,
Hmm.
and I
I
mean, some
was
days it
too.
worked, some days it didn't. But I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I tried.
I was too. That's why I was surprised when I was just laying it all out there because I think I had gotten to a point where I was tired. But
Mhm.
when I first met Stanley, I met him through his cousin, and she said my cousin around here and he has video games and you can buy some for Chad. I think it was 7 or 8, something like that. And I said, all right, send him around. This loud music came around the corner, and I'm like, golly, the bass was so loud. So I looked at him and
Mhm.
he said, yeah, my cousin sent me around here. And I said, oh, yeah, she said you had some games. I said, all right, so which ones can I have? He said, you can have anything you want. I was like, all right.
Oh, that was his approach, huh?
That was his approach.
Better
You
do.
can have. And he had his brother with him.
And he wasn't talking
And
about the games.
mm, I knew that. I think I was grown then. But I remember his brother was sitting there on the wall. He had on this blue suit. This is blue, a blue suit, and it was pretty warm because I had on orange leggings. I remember. So I only wore leggings when it was hot.
Mm.
But I said, well, which ones can I have? He said, you can have anything you want. And I looked at him, I was like, oh, okay. And that was it. It went down in history just like that.
Cynthia, what you say?
I said, okay. Because Stanley was this big man, I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody this big. I'm like, Jesus Christ. When he was in the hospital one time and he stood up, the lady said, "Are you going to ever stop standing?" So it was like, I wasn't used to somebody of this stature. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. All I could say was,
Okay.
okay.
I remember coming over there because you told me you had met somebody.
Yes. And it was like, and I looked at your face to see what reaction you would make, and you just kept laughing. You was giggling, so the same old Tish. Not many words, just
Oh my
you
goodness.
know.
Yeah. But yeah, so Cynthia, since she's married, like, I mean, that's what that situation was. Like, you really didn't have a a, a preference of how they would approach you or whatever before
Mm-mm.
that. Like, it just kind of
No,
happened, and
just happening. Let's see where it goes.
Mm.
But as it went, that's when my preferences. That's when my mind was made up of what's going to happen from this point on, and if it's going to continue, then his A, B, C, D, E, or A and
Right.
B, whatever it was. So
So now, with your preferences, now do they have to meet all of your preferences or the majority of your preferences?
I think at this
I think
stage
it
they're gonna have to
depends
come
on.
to the table with everything. I
Every
mean,
single
because
thing,
we're no longer children. Because they
right?
want us to come as a full package, and if they don't, they will. Mhm. They want us to come just as ready as they are. Like Joe said,
Mm,
being my equal. I mean, you can be still just about to hit that grass if you need to because you're working on something.
Right, right,
But
right.
and I know they say, well, help a brother out. No, that's not for me anymore
Right.
to like help you out anymore there because so many times, like just for example, like different celebrities, we've seen how some celebrities have made it, and as soon as they made it, they draft off the person who held them up for the
Mm,
longest
wow.
time,
girl.
and then I would feel some kind of way for that other person, but what happens is they feel like they've outgrown that person because that
Mm,
person may not have grown with
With
them. They're
them.
still that
Right.
person that's sort of like holding it down.
Right,
So they leave
right.
for that. So they will leave, in my opinion, for what they believe is now their equal.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
mm,
yeah.
So I no longer want to settle. Like men no longer want to settle. They just don't choose to settle. If they choose to be single and date everyone they want,
mm.
who may not have everything, but just to put all them together, they get all their needs met. So, I don't think that we should have to sit and settle and no,
Yeah.
come to the table with everything. Like at this age, they sort of expect us to come with a full package as
Right.
well. That's
Yeah,
Right.
just
and
how it seems.
just thinking about just right here in this circle, the preferences that everybody stated, they don't seem like outlandish kinds of preferences.
No,
These seem like
clean teeth, I
what
think, is
these
so easy.
expectations, so some of them sound like just the bare minimum, just let's check these things off. So it
Mhm.
doesn't seem like it's too much for you to be able to meet up. It doesn't seem like it's too high, for someone to get there,
And there are some
It
people who need
doesn't.
a second chance. They're bouncing back, and I get it. But even if you're bouncing back from a bad situation, there's something that's already in you that's going to help you to propel, you know,
Right.
forward, like child support and what is it, alimony. You have those things, but you're already at a mindset at this age, prayerfully, that that I gotta bounce back, but I gotta bounce back fast because I'm not used to living down here. I'm used to living
Right.
here. So it's not gonna take much for me to like encourage, but still allow him to be him, and because you cannot step on a man's toes. You need to let a man be a man and build, because then
Right.
you become his mama, which we said we don't
mm,
want to be anymore.
mm,
Right.
So
mm,
no, 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 no. So you have to level up and
And I,
hope they level up with you.
and, and I
mm,
believe though, even in that rebuilding, some men, I mean, not know, I mean, we don't know men preferences, but just from experienced some men preferences I have an idea of. They look for that woman who is not necessarily going to hold them down for everything, but can at least be that one that can deposit in their spirit, to
Mm.
keep them encouraged, to let them know, guess what, you can do it,
Mhm.
because life happens to us all,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
so when they do, hit that level, and it ain't got to be ground level, but they hit that level where they weren't at, and to climb back up, they have the capability of doing it, just as we
Right.
as women, you
Yep.
have the capability of getting back up. But when you don't have someone that's in your corner that's telling you that, and you just slowly
And
sinking
that
and
is
continue to
perfectly
sink
fine.
and
That's
everything,
fine,
you don't
Joe.
want that person that's a complete leech just sitting
Right.
there sucking the life out of you and your blood out of you,
Mm.
telling that you nothing and you no good.
Mhm.
That's a
Oh.
pet peeve of mine,
Well,
to
in that
hear
case, then that person needs
forgiveness.
counseling. They don't need a girlfriend or a
Right,
woman at that point. They
absolutely.
need
Right.
counseling because I can
Absolutely.
deposit, but I need you to be becoming whole. Go to counseling
Yeah.
and then come see
Absolutely.
me because at this
Yeah.
point, why do I gotta? Well, listen to me. Why do I gotta? I cannot be all that I used to try to be to everybody else
Oh,
because
Yeah.
at
absolutely.
that point, spiritually, go see your pastor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other way,
Or
go see a
seek some
counselor.
therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Seek some
meet me.
therapy.
Then
Yeah.
meet me.
Yeah.
Get some healing. Then meet me, and then we can go on up from there. But if you're falling and it's something that's financial and you need to get some healing from your situation, and then you're working your way back up, okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
the
saying all
key.
that other
To know
stuff,
that you can do it. To
you
know
gotta
that you
know.
can do it. You got this. It's gonna be all right. Just
Right. But it's time for we always want to, and we talked earlier prior to the podcast about accountability and stuff like that. Um, Men and women, but at this point we're talking about men. Take accountability for your mess
Mhm.
and don't use me to deposit in you, help you build. And once you get on your feet and you feeling great, then you go over here and find this sister. So I think it's time for us to be mindful and see when there's somebody who has fallen down and they need to be built back up, that we may not be the person to build them up. Let them get up. And then maybe we can sit and have a conversation, but we always ready to
Absolutely.
go
Mhm.
and rescue. And
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Oh
just,
Okay.
and
Lord.
maybe where I am right now in my journey, but I'm just gonna push you in the direction of counseling, spiritual counseling, medical counseling, whatever you need, and go from there
Yeah, because I
with a
could say,
toothbrush.
yeah.
and that's a good preference though. I would
Yeah.
It is.
prefer.
I will say that's my preference.
Yeah, that's a good preference though, to someone that's not afraid to know it's okay to seek help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
You can't do it
absolutely.
by
Mhm.
yourself. You cannot do
I
it by yourself. When you
I
get
can be
to a
your
point
friend and
where you
point you.
are, when you at a wall, guess what? Ask for some help. And if we cannot do it, if whoever you with are not humanly capable of doing it, it's okay to seek that person who's professionally able to do it.
And
Absolutely.
we as women have to not try to be the fixer of all
Oh
and
wow.
direct
Absolutely.
Yeah.
him and
Right.
going to get some help
Yeah.
because I can't be that for you. I can encourage your heart,
Right.
but to be your whole counselor and your girlfriend and your wife and be financially
Right.
equal with you and
Mhm.
carrying my load, that's too much for one human being. And that's where we fall
Yeah.
out of balance.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people, especially in marriages, they tend to try to go to marriage counseling when that is not what the issue is. It's individuals
Individual.
that are broken that need to go to individual counseling, because a lot of times people go into relationships and they are really not ready to be in a relationship.
Mhm.
You have to
Yeah.
fix and try to bring yourself to whole
Mhm.
before
Mhm.
you enter into a relationship, because two broken pieces are going to be two broken pieces together, you
Right.
know.
Create some more
Oh
little
It,
broken
yeah.
pieces,
Right.
glass.
Because
exactly.
the
I
other
love how you
person
said
don't
that.
make you whole. That's the misconception.
Exactly.
Yes.
They
People
look at
quick to
Right.
say, I'm
Say the
going to be
two
with this person
become
because they
one.
complete me. They
right.
don't complete you. You complete
Exactly.
yourself.
You bring
It's
two
Mhm.
called
complete people
building
together.
yourself up
To
to
make a
make you
whole.
whole.
Right.
You know what?
Mhm.
You have the pieces of yourself. And when
Mhm.
you take all the pieces of yourself and you put them on a table, or you put them wherever it is in the fragment of your mind, what does not fit, you eliminate. And I
Mhm.
guarantee you what's left will put you together and make you a whole person. When you grasp that concept, you will know that you're whole enough to be with somebody else that's whole. They don't make
Mhm.
you.
Exactly.
People don't get that.
But we follow cliches growing up, and we
Exactly.
listen
Yep.
to what people have quoted
Yep.
when they
Yeah.
just said, "This man, you two become one, you become whole." Okay,
Yes. Find
two
someone that
halves make
completes
a whole. Yeah, find somebody that's going to
you.
complete you.
No. You need to
And
be
This
I
man
talk
complete.
got a
about
million
that.
pieces, and I got 50
Right.
million over here. How he gonna complete this? And none of them pieces
Exactly.
fit.
And like you said, Tracy, two halves, you shouldn't be a half of
It shouldn't be
anything.
a
You
half.
should be
You
coming as
should
a
be a
whole
whole.
person.
This
You,
hand is a whole hand.
yeah.
Right.
Half whole hand.
Or at least becoming a whole person and allowing somebody, listen, I got some issues now. If you want to stick
Right.
around, I'll
Right.
let you know I got some issues. But then,
Mhm.
then
Because
that's when you create those generational things that I always talk
exactly.
about.
So first you have to be able to be honest with yourself.
Hmm.
Right.
Absolutely.
You have to learn how to forgive yourself also.
Mhm.
Um,
That's
so
real.
it's just a lot of people get, fall into that trick bag because that's what it is.
That illusion of marriage, or not even marriage, just the wedding. The
Mm,
wedding itself becomes an illusion, and they
And
think
that's the party.
that's the party, and they think
right.
that that's the marriage. I'm like, after this, you got to
Exactly.
take him home.
Right,
You got to take
exactly.
old boy home with
Exactly.
you. Old
And I,
boy going home with you tonight. Now you think
You
he
got
ignorant? You ain't
right.
seen ignorance until you close the door.
Right. You
Mhm.
electric slide at the party, but you got all the rest,
Yeah,
afterwards. Like
yeah.
it's not gonna be a party all the time.
Nope. It is
and
Um
hard.
that's and I guess that's a true preference there in anything. The preference of wanting
Mhm.
to know you. I
Yeah.
prefer to know me first before I
right.
allow anybody else to know me. Because
Exactly.
so
Mhm.
many people don't know themselves. It's so hard for people to say I love me some me because they so hurt, so damaged, so bruised, so they think that they are half of something. I'm not
Mm.
whole and everything
Mm.
because you prefer not to even like yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like that person much better than you, so you think loving them is going to make you a better person.
Yeah.
Make you
Yeah.
feel good
Exactly.
because you're living through them. But then what happens when they leave and all the pieces fall?
Mm.
Right.
That leaves you there
Right.
alone to deal with you
No
Mhm.
on
one
on
else
top
should
of their master they dropped on you.
right. No one else should be responsible for your happiness.
Mm-mm.
Period.
Absolutely.
You know.
Mhm.
I
So
agree.
This
ladies,
joy
with
I have.
yes, but with that, let me ask y'all this. So are preferences keeping us from getting into relationships? You know how, some people say you too picky, you know, you
Yeah.
know,
Your
your
standards too
expectations too high.
high.
Yeah. That's what
I,
they saying. That's what they saying.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Well,
just
it,
asking
it can
y'all.
keep you from getting into intimate relationships because you should be picky with intimate relationships. But I have met a few people that I've just become really good associates with, and they're just good for good conversation.
Mhm.
So they picky too. I mean, I've met people when I was sort of on the heavier side, and they were like, "No, I prefer a slim chick," and I'm like, "But they
Right.
were like, but you cool people, so let's continue to and we continue to conversate." As my cousin, my girlfriend hates when somebody says conversate, but we continue to have conversations, and they just turned out to be pretty good people. So
Mhm. Mm.
it can
Yeah.
prevent you from having an intimate relationship that you might desire, or have the kind of intimacy that you would desire in a relationship. Those things, your preferences, can stop you from there, from having a relationship, but not from having just a relationship.
Mm.
That's how I see
Well, my preferences didn't stop me.
it. That's because you met your soulmate
So,
right off. You recognized each
mhm.
other, and it just worked
Mhm.
out well.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And I'm
Absolutely.
glad. I mean,
But
we
I
aspire
think
to be.
that if you set some standards and you have preferences, you can't be mad at the other person for having
Oh no,
a totally different set. And
everybody
when
has their own.
because
Absolutely.
some people get upset with somebody when you set these standards and then you learn that they have standards, and they don't want you
Right.
because you're not in
You don't
this,
meet their standard.
so how dare you get mad at somebody because they're sharing their preferences or standards with you,
Hmm.
because you shared yours and you don't live up to theirs.
Right.
So, some people feel like they're perfect,
Right.
Mm.
and how they
You
say
don't want me.
they don't think their stuff stink.
Mm.
But you got to be able to take whatever is thrown at you if you throw it at somebody else.
That's
So
right.
Some
Now,
people
what I
live in a
will,
lie.
I was getting ready to say, now what I will say is that I don't like people that they pretend or perpetrate
Say
that
it again for the
this
people in the
is who I
chat.
want until they get what they truly want,
Hmm.
and then want to say, oh, well, you're not my type or whatever. But played
But
that
weren't there
game.
signals? Weren't there red flags up for that person? They were
I,
flags.
but a lot of times we not
sometimes there
looking at
are,
them.
but sometimes it's not.
I
Sometimes
think
we
sometimes we're blind to the
I
flags
think
because
I
we
think
want
they
what we think
Yeah,
there.
we want.
Yeah, I think they
yeah,
there. We just don't see them.
Right. We just want
right,
what we
That's
want.
right.
selectiveness. You
Hmm.
select
Huh?
what you want to see. You select what you want to hear. You select
Right.
what you want to take in. You
Right.
select what you want to be a part of, and
Hmm.
everything else you eliminate
Hmm.
because you have painted this picture that this is what I want and this is what I want it in, who I want it with. So
Hmm.
everything else doesn't
And you
matter.
miss
And
all the
then the
flaws,
end,
all the crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because you see that picture that you were looking for, that you totally ignored him standing behind you with a knife.
You should be
Oh,
watching
he
TV.
was just playing. No, he was really crazy.
No, it was Halloween.
But the knife was real,
Right.
and you were in bed
Watch
asleep.
Because
TV.
crazy don't show up on the outside.
Mm-mm.
Right. Well,
Tracy
ladies,
always show up after the fact, right?
exactly.
Mhm.
Well, ladies, I'm going to say this. I don't see anything wrong with preferences. I'm
Mhm.
going to keep my preferences because they have worked for me. Um
Absolutely.
I would rather be by myself and happy than to be with someone and be unhappy and miserable.
Hey.
Yeah.
So,
Whoever wants to meet Letitia, please call us at mahoganyvoices.com. We'll have her speak to you first.
yeah.
You know her preferences. Please stop by. www.
No, Tracy. Because
www.
Tracy, they better call because I ain't calling them.
Please call.
Remember, she already told you.
We need
Yes.
that song. We
Why,
need that
why you
song.
didn't
Yes.
call me? Why you
I
didn't call
ain't
me?
saying
I
how it
already
hurt.
told you I wasn't gonna call you.
So that, and if anybody watch Queen Sugar, I need a Hollywood. I want a Hollywood
Yes, she
in my
did.
life.
Mm.
Guys, watch Queen Sugar.
Yes.
Not sugar, sugar.
I haven't seen
Pick up the
that.
traits, the attributes. Don't be Hollywood. Just pick up the
That's
attributes.
all. That's
Mm.
all.
We
That's a man.
believe you
That's a
out
real
there.
man right
Whoever he is, he's watching you, Tish. He's taking notes.
there.
He's like,
Uh-huh.
God darn it. Let me erase that
He's
off.
Yeah, read
uh-huh.
that off.
Got to approach first.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. Unless we at a club.
And then she'll do her shimmy for
Yeah.
you.
Oh, if she. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So
Uh-uh-uh.
yes, ladies. So like I said, keep your preferences. They are definitely necessary because
Mhm.
we should not just be settling for whatever someone else wants to give us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Go for
yeah,
what you
well,
want.
yeah. So thank y'all so much for this
Thank you,
conversation.
Tish.
you.
Thank you.
I think I took down a couple notes.
Ooh.
So now we're going to move on over to the voice of the community.
Mhm.
But first I'm going to tell y'all about we started doing an MVP of the week on our Instagram and
Yes, I love
Facebook
that.
page.
Yes.
And our MVP of this week was Tashira Simmons.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
she is the ex-wife of
She
icon
did that.
DMX. And
Mhm.
I just wanted to recognize her, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, for
Mm.
her maturity,
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
her selflessness,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
her just
Ability to be
overall,
transparent.
yeah, she
Genuine.
was very transparent, just her
Mm-hmm.
honesty, and
Yes.
just, I mean, she was just, I was just feeling this energy from
Mm-hmm.
her. It was just a beautiful thing to watch for
Yes.
any woman to watch, and
Mm-hmm.
how she accepted his fiance and basically handed the torch to her and stood there and told her she was going to be okay and she could do it. Like one woman pulling up another one and letting her know that I
Yeah.
got you,
And
you
it's
know,
okay.
and
And
it's
it's
okay.
okay.
I just
So
thought it
okay.
was a beautiful
It was very well done.
situation.
Mhm.
So she was our
She
MVP
made
of
us
the week.
proud.
Yes,
Yes. That was
absolutely.
so beautiful.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
so many women can't get along, especially women who are
Or the
mothers
ex.
of children who
Yes.
has a mate who has children by multiple women. She
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
shows as an example to so many
Oh,
women
absolutely.
to
Yes.
collectively accept those women and them children and to
Hmm.
empower them. It was
Absolutely.
monumental for her to stand there and to
Yes.
make that deposit, and to speak so openly and loving, the compassion that she spoke. I know me personally, to sit and watch it. It was monumental for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a woman that doesn't have personal kids myself. I have my God kids. But to know that there are so many women out
Absolutely.
here who feel so deprived that they are sharing their kids' dad with another woman, and
Mm-hmm.
their children have to share a father. This woman made every woman in the world feel
Hmm.
Proud.
welcome and to know that
Proud.
their life is so worth living. I
Absolutely.
kudos to her. She
Absolutely.
is
Yes.
beyond an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She is her. She is woman. In
Absolutely.
my category.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also, do anybody have any businesses they want to shout out? Um
Yes, I
Not.
do have a business. This young man, actually, he is actually working at the church I attend now, but he does work outside of the church, and the work is like phenomenal. He's a PR and branding consultant. He's the strategist. His name is Daniel. He does branding and developing, social media strategy, outreach programs, fundraising products, partnerships and management, and external engagement development. He's an awesome guy. I mean, if you have a business, if you're starting a business, if you need to get your social media platform, a lot of people can't, or should I say, aren't gone virtual because they don't know the means of how to do it. He is a great person to help you get out there PR wise and to help you develop your brand. If you have a gift, that's just me. I believe in pushing somebody in the right direction. If you know you have a gift or a vision, brand it. Don't let someone steal your gift. Brand it and put your name on it because it belongs to
Mm-hmm.
you. So
Mm-hmm.
really, reach out to him. And he'll and consult him. His name is you can reach him at Daniel.thestrategist at gmail.com, and the number is 443-676-1967. I'll send it over to you, Tish, so that you can
okay.
post it.
Thank you.
I'll send you his whole card, so
Okay,
that you can
great.
post it. But the work that he's doing is phenomenal. I listened to him and his brother. They just started a podcast, a family podcast. I listened
Okay.
to them talk
All
about, and he's
right.
from the islands. I listened to their podcast on last week, and it was so very informative because they're from very different perspectives, come from one household. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daniel the
that's great.
strategist. I wrote it down. Daniel the
Okay.
strategist. Okay.
Anybody else have any businesses they want to shout out?
I
No,
do. You do, Cindy. Go ahead.
no, I said no, I don't. Go ahead.
Okay. Super T Cleaning and Hauling. He does landscaping. He'll clean out your basement, your attic. He
Mm.
is on Facebook. It's called Super T Cleaning. And
Okay.
Super,
I'm so sorry. I was trying to pull his phone
super
number.
T.
Super T Cleaning. He does landscaping. Very honest young man.
Mm. Okay.
He cleans out basements. He cleans out
Super T
rooms. He'll
cleaning.
clean out your attic. He'll clean out your closet. Very
Ah.
honest. Very honest. Trying to make a really honest living. Comes from a really good family.
Good.
I
Good.
can give his
Sounds
phone number that he had on his site is 1667 305 and his name is Massey, Massey, and it's Super T Cleaning. Excuse me, cleaning and hauling.
Super T cleaning and hauling.
Yeah, I'll have to put it through there.
Hauling.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm you know you getting old when I had in mind and I didn't write it down a business and I cannot remember.
That's why I was like,
It's gonna come back. And when you remember,
Cynthia, it hasn't come back since Joanne spoke, since Tracy spoke.
let me tell you.
Still ain't back yet.
remember, I could not remember what we were supposed to call a segment. I was
yes.
Yes.
literally driving yesterday. You know how long ago that was? I was driving yesterday and I was like, Mim. I said it was Mim. Like Mahogany inspiration. Just remember yesterday. So it'll come to you maybe sometime next week.
Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly. Oh my God. I'm like, yes, talk slow, Joanne. Yes, talk slow, Tracy. I'm just like, what is not coming back?
When it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. But
It's like somebody teasing you. No,
yes.
not gonna tell you. Not gonna tell you.
Oh my
No.
God, it's like nothing. I'm scrolling through, looking on IG, trying to. Nothing. It's coming. It's nothing.
That's called
But
it's a lot on your mind.
I will have it for y'all next week. Or
Write
if I
it
think
down.
about it before I upload the video, I'll put it in there.
Let me tell y'all how bad the memory is. I just ran to the bathroom to do something, and then Stanley was trying to tell me something. He was giving me some measurements. Why I had an ink pen in my hand. I was writing on my leg, on my bare leg. Like,
You forgot to
I'm
go
gonna
to the
remember
bathroom?
this. No, I was using the
Oh,
bathroom
you.
because my mind won't be on remembering what he said. Let me write this. It's on my skin now. You know, so to me, it's like once it makes contact with my skin, I can just go back to my skin. I can find it. You know,
Oh gosh. That's deep.
I cannot remember.
Oh my gosh.
That's deep.
Yes, girl. Don't take a
But
shit.
I had it.
Good job.
Put
Look,
it on a piece of paper.
That's why
I was
that's
like,
why,
he
that's why
said,
him loves you.
I
he
know
said,
that's right.
he said, what were those measurements? I was like, he would wait till I pull my pants up. It's written on my leg.
Give me a second. Give me 1 second.
Right?
Wait. He said I had to pull my
Wait a minute.
pants up.
But look, he didn't mind me looking for the measurements.
I'm sure.
And I was like, this not for you. I'm trying to get some numbers I wrote down.
I'm
What do you
done.
mean you wrote down?
Cynthia, he took
Right
it
on my
way
leg.
back. You can have whatever you want.
Anything you want. Girl.
Whatever you want.
Oh, goodness, y'all. I'm telling you, after 50, woo!
Girl, I was like, and I'm
You
taking my
got to whip the
memory
pea.
and everything, but it still be slipping out. Slip, slip. I should have
Mm.
wrote it down. I write down
Yes.
everything, and it just
But not
not
that.
there. I just don't even know why. Why? And it's still not there. But okay, y'all. I was trying to waste some time for it to come back, but it's It then left on that train.
Y'all wait till it come back to the station. It'll be back.
Well, all right, ladies. Do y'all have any last comments or anything before we wrap up?
I was thinking about your contact, Tracy. Just thinking about the strategist, and I was reading something and I kept thinking about it, and I was like, and it sounded like our podcast and how we got started, and just this statement came to my mind, like the secret of getting ahead is just getting started, so that's what we did, just had to get started.
Yes, we just
Let's get it started.
Yes. Yeah. Well, all right, ladies. I appreciate y'all for sticking in there with me. Yes. Taboo.
Still trying to remember that name.
Girl, you know it.
Tracy, you wasn't supposed to remember.
Tish.
But guess what?
Right.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Mahogany Voices podcast. Go like, share, follow, comment, please comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell in YouTube so that you can be notified when we upload a video. Okay? But I really want to let our listeners know. Comment in the go to YouTube and comment on the video and let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Give us some topics that y'all really want to hear us talk about, so that we can, get into it for y'all, for what y'all want to hear. Okay.
And even let us know if you want to participate. You might
absolutely let us know if you want to participate. Thank you, Joanne. So yeah, or you could go to our
the train again.
I thought I saw the caboose. I thought I saw it kind of come back, but it wasn't coming back. You can go to our email.
Oh my
I thought it was coming. You know how it come right back, like on the tip of your tongue, and then it just.
And you try to hold it.
I was trying to hold it.
Like,
but you can go, I know, but you can go to our email at mahoganyvoicespodcast.com at gmail.com and let us know there. Let us know whatever you want to tell us, but you can let us know what topics you will want us to talk about and things like that.
And if you want to be our guest, talk to us and we'll talk to you.
Yes. So ladies, again, I thank y'all for riding on this train. I know I ain't gonna say train because that train didn't left.
That train will leave.
So just ride on this journey with me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Thank you.
But as always, talk that talk. And don't be afraid to use your voices for good, not evil. Continue to be the MVP in your own lives. And until next time, peace. See you later.
Bye-bye.
I like that.